Hi everyone. Today is our last session, so we will complete the remaining part of revision of our classes. So meantime, please add your own thoughts on how it is, how it was, what's the purpose earlier you came to here.
Hi, all. You all know about me. This is Sai Ganesh. The classes was attending these classes has helped me a lot in my work environment. Before that, I have knowledge on the Angular. I don't have that much knowledge on the JavaScript. After starting attending these classes, with React specific concept, I learned a lot regarding the JavaScript concepts also. So how we have to write the logic, how we have to first the initial steps for writing the logic was learned in these sessions mainly. So what is our functionality, that functionality description, how to write the steps for the logic, how to make that, and for building those steps in logically, how we have to use the React specific books, and all those things was learned in these sessions. Not only the React JavaScript specific things, I learned a lot the CSS concepts also, which are very helpful for us when we are trying to build our uh, uh, responsive designs. These are my experiences. The teaching skills of the mentor was very nice.
Yeah,
Previously, I
thanks.
attended also, but here I observed a lot of difference. Mm, the hurriness will be not there, and every concept seems to be easy. When even though it is a even though it is a typical topic, the way of explanation by the mentor was made that concept easy for understanding us. Is share with you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for.
Yeah, Sai Ganesh. I hope everybody knows Sai Ganesh. He recently started on software, I think almost 3 months back, just before 1 month back of our sessions, correct?
Yes, yes.
Initially, he has the basic knowledge on the Angular. Later, his project into the ReactJS. So he was joined now. He was able to complete all the topics and project without any support by himself itself, even though no team member support.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Hope you got success.
Thank you.
Anybody wants to add anything next?
And I was looking for a good experienced trainer. And when I gone through the two of the demo classes, I able to understand the scratch from the scratch level to the how the experienced trainer explains, and they mostly Krishna sir explains mostly the real things, what exactly happening in the real projects, real organizations. Because I have almost 8 year experience in QA and working in the US investment bank, and nowadays all the big companies, they are moving from the monolithic to this component-based approach, and they also need the version of mobile and tablet. And on that case, React.js is the best technology they are opting. Either maybe it is not adaptable in many companies, but in the future, this is going to be the big move. And there are a lot of career opportunities is here. And as a tester, I just want to know, okay, what is happening on this technology and how the backend development is happening, how the developer is putting their logics. So to get understand, I joined this course and I understand a lot of developers logic, how they are creating the basic functionalities, from there how they are developing to the complexities. And in this course, what I was looking for, I got everything, like the data access layer, service layer, and the UI layer, how the business rules are functioning. So thanks a lot for your efforts, Krishna sir, for during this course.
Yeah, thanks, Prasad. So whatever the things you want to be get it, hope you got right.
Yes, I got 100% what I was looking.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, is there anyone to add next?
So I don't have any experience with front end, applications. Basically from the database background side. So out of my interest, I approached sir, and then I enrolled for this course. One thing I liked about this course is that the concepts that sir explains is uh, pretty easy to remember. He gives sort of templates um, for every concept, and if we can actually, at least for some topics, we can actually make some cheat sheet sort of thing, and we can follow it easily. And almost without any background, it was easy. It was very easy for me to learn, or it's like very easy for me to go through those 20 first classes. And later on, I guess it's upon me that I didn't practice well, but it was very a fruitful course to join, and yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, thanks, Karthik. So hope you got clear about all the topics, right? Even though you are not from the front end also. So
Yeah,
or how the business logic will be go, what about the concepts, functionality, why we need to use, what to be achieved.
right. Yeah. The only thing is that I didn't get a chance to practice myself. But yeah, other than that, you explained it very good.
Yes, yes. Yeah, thanks. So already have you have the recording now. Please go ahead with your practice. So still if you
Sure.
have any doubts anytime now, please send a screenshot or call to me. I'm always available to twist this event. Even though our batch is completed, it's not about to complete. Always I'm welcome for the future sessions also. If you want to refer anything or else you want to join any other our the future technology trainings also, will inform. Please be in touch.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. So can I continue? Or anybody else is there?
Yeah, sir, I would like to add few points.
Yeah,
Yeah, good morning, one and all. So, like earlier, even I took training from a lot of other institutes. Like what makes the difference from this institute different from other institutes is like they it's like they teach us whether they don't care about whether we are learning or not. But Krishna sir is like he keep on insisting us to learn new things, and then asking everyone like whether we are able to understand or not. Again Krishna sir is waiting for our reply, and he keep on monitoring with labs. So and like he keep on clearing our doubts. So that's like that is the thing I like most very most about this institute. Mm, and I improved a lot in React.js in this training. This is about my experience, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Karthik. Hope you are now ready to complete the project and ready to take the project.
Yes sir, yes sir,
You are having the confidence, right?
yes sir.
Even though you are delaying the joining, I think 10 days more. So hope you are completed all the labs and everything.
Yes sir.
Yeah, that's good.
Good morning, sir. I would like to say a few words about the classes.
Yeah, Shilata, please go ahead.
Yeah, basically, I come from a different background. I'm from life sciences background, and I had no idea what exactly this IT is. Before getting into this course, I I've gone through few of the YouTube videos, and I started learning HTML, CSS. And then later on, when I came to JavaScript, I was stuck there and I couldn't go forward because of the difficulty in the subject. And ReactJS, I had no idea what it's gonna be like. So then uh, I've seen the ad postings of the scores, and I've contacted the sir, and then I've joined the demo sessions. Later on, in first 2 to 3 classes, it was like uh, Greek and Latin for me, and then later on, when I started practicing, I felt I got confidence that I could do this because the teachings were so easy, and they are very much close to the real time work. So the structure and the explanation was so easy. And basically, when I earlier I faced an issue that there was no mentor. If at all I get any doubts, there was nobody to clarify the doubts and all. But here, whenever I get a doubt, I used to ping sir, and he used to clarify things, and he also used to connect directly and explain, and he also has given solutions for the doubts what I had. It was a very nice experience with you, so thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Shilata. So you're from the different, even the different background. Now you're having the confidence of able to understand the subject and functionality, I think.
Yes.
So I know you're having the some difficulty in the project. So complete it. If you have any doubts, or still you do you have any doubts in the project or anything else, reach out to me. Not only this project. So if you're interested, I will add I will give 1 or 2 other projects also. Okay, whoever interested, ping me. I will make a group for them to give a project so that you will get a more confident. Okay, it's for
Sure.
everyone. Yeah, thanks, Rilika.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, if there is any such batch, like if you create any WhatsApp group, please add me, sir.
Yeah. So if you are interested for the project, text me. I'm saying to now.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So it's not about adding all the groups. If you're interested, I will create form a group for the specific. Okay, I will give the specific project. You can able to. Yeah, Vijay, you're saying something?
Yeah, hi. Hi, Andy.
Yeah, hi Vijay.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I am from the SharePoint background. I'm into SharePoint architect. I have a 12 years of experience in SharePoint. Why I joined this course is like I have a few tasks in SharePoint where I recently joined in another company where my company was acquired by another company. They have given me few tasks. I need to develop few applications in SharePoint that that are like API calls. We have some other data is there that I need to show in the SharePoint. For that, I need to learn React. So that's why I joined the course. After joining the course, I actually already they have these applications already, which I'm saying in the on-premises. Those I need to move to the cloud. To join before, I don't have any development experience. Basic HTML and CSS, maybe little bit I know. Now after joining the course, I can able to understand existing code which I have, like, and the JavaScript code and all what they have written. And for me, most important thing is about the CRUD operations. I understood very well. Thank you, Andy, with your classes about the CRUD operations. Remaining actually, I didn't concentrate it. Remaining was, but mainly I required CRUD operations, so I practiced them only, like getting data, updating data, saving them, these things. Later, I'll practice the other things also. Thanks for your help, Andy.
Yeah, sure, Vijay. So you can able to continue on that one. We have connectivity between the SharePoint and our React application. While you are having any doubts, you can able to reach out me. Okay, simple. That also a API call. It will be give some data, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you are confident now?
yeah. I'm confident. Yeah, I can able to do the API calls to get the data and show it in SharePoint, and I can save them. I can update them. Um,
Okay, okay. That's not really. Thanks.
yeah, okay.
Anybody else is there?
Sorry for the late like that.
Yeah, yeah. No. Yeah.
This is Geeta here.
Yeah. Hi, Geeta.
Not so bad. So
Yeah.
I only want to say thank you very much, sir, because when I joined, I just joined the kar leti hu, that's all. Hoga, then it's good. I'm not on that time. I am not so confident, but right now I am so confident. The concept is clear because I heard React coding is too much complicated, especially that callbacks and all. But really, the way you are teaching is very unique. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah. Thanks, Geeta. Hope you are having the 10 plus years of the gap from the working experience,
Yeah.
working profile to your
Yes.
personal life. Now you are a
Now I'm
recorded
damn
the
sure,
subject back, and now you are
damn
ready to take
sure I
project.
can easily, I mean, go inside the industry and start my
Yeah,
career again. Thank you
yeah,
very
yeah.
much. Thanks.
Sure, Geeta.
Thank you.
I just want to add some more thing,
Yeah,
like
Raghu.
what Nisha said. It's been a great experience and having a good knowledge about the subject, like the concepts which you explained. The process of explanation is very clear, and it will be like a bits and piece, the complexity of the things is entirely entirely turned into a bits and pieces, so we can easily crack those concepts, and we can easily adopt and implement those concepts.
See, the capacity for reading the things are very different from the different, and the implementation, the idea of the main mode of implementation, the thing is a little different, right? Okay, now we are in the phase to implement the things, but not on the but not on the British thing like reading the concept and okay, the concept is like this. Okay, because right now we are in the position to think of like what is the concept we need to use, what is the concept we need to use, and which concept we need to use at this position, and how we need how we can implement this. Implement this functionality like that. We are able to think of the project, think of the application structure and the application flow, and implement according to that, like like a medic, how they'll give the prescription to control based on the disease level actually. Am I clear?
Yeah, Raghu. Thanks for your answer. So the way you are came for here, right? Hope you got it right,
Yes.
and you are interested about to
Yes, yes.
implement the packages and library. You can start
Yes,
those.
yes,
If you have any
yes.
help from my side, we can do. So once
Sure,
those type of the
sir.
things are completed, we can able to plan those type of demo to our students also. We'll connect again.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure. Because what happened, like we are I'm in my own way to. I told you, like I just need the wrapper of my application actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, no worries.
Yeah. In the same way, like because what happened these days, like the people who are coming to the coming as a fresher or an little experience. First, they are not bothered about their working skill set. Actually, they're not concentrating on their skill set, but they are entirely concentrating on the package, the number which what they got actually. But they don't know like the number isn't it trivial, and the concept is the concept is the main thing actually. They are not concentrating on the concept, but they are looking for the number which the package
Yes.
maybe in terms of package they're entirely bothering on the number actually. But
So inform to them as well as like this type of the trainings have them to get in success and
yes,
to be in that.
sure for that.
Yeah.
Because what
Thank
happened, like gaining the knowledge is entirely different from the earning the rupee actually. Okay,
Correct.
once you well equipped with the knowledge, then automatically the rupee will come actually. In other case, let me be in our local. Let me be in our local. Maybe some of the guys will have understood or not. I'm not sure. But
I can let me. So yes, that is correct. Even though the
Yeah.
23 or 24 years of education will not be there in the, so what you are going to be work. So what you need to do, right? So
yeah,
companies will be make you the
nothing
from
will.
.NET,
Yes,
Angular or Python,
yeah,
so on so
yeah,
forth. Once
yes,
you got those projects,
yes.
at least in our life, we have to be complete one end-to-end project before 5 years, 7 years of experience, so that we will be confident. Okay, thanks, Raghu. Yeah, so
Yes.
Vikrant wants to add
ఎందుకంటే
on last to go into the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vikrant.
Hi, good morning. I would like to add my experience. Before the classes, I was not confident about JavaScript and ReactJS. So I was scary actually. So even though I am a developer, after joining the classes, I can say now I have a strong base of JavaScript and ReactJS. The way of our teaching is very good. You made complex concepts to very easy to understand everyone. So we just need to practice 2 to 3 times so that we can expert. So I can say I'm very strong in JavaScript and ReactJS, and also I'm confident in I can crack any of the interviews.
Yeah, Vikrant. Thanks for your hope you got success. But hope you got it right. Whatever the came,
Yeah.
the purpose you came to here. Hope you got fulfilled.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So you can able to start interview and get a good package.
Yeah.
Okay. So members are there, few members. So let us go ahead with our regular session. So thanks everyone. Hope you got fulfilled, but still you were having seems to be any lag or somewhere else you got stuck. You can able to reach out me anytime. No need to worry. So I was busy. I will text you in some time on the same day or today. I will call you, or else you can able to call me. Okay. So still, if you want to add some more things in your, you can able to text me. I will add. I will add in the specific concepts you to be get it. Okay. So day after tomorrow, we're going to start a new batch and let me know. Hope already few members are referred their friends or the cousins. Still, if you have anything else, yeah, there. Okay. So here, the as I observed, right, we're having the students from the who have the different background, totally different background. They don't have any technical knowledge, and a few are from the bachelors, but they are having a few gap. To fulfill that gap, the people are came. Next, few are having the good experience as members are added, right? 10 plus, 11 plus, or 18 plus experience. So hope for them also. So I'm hoping I have satisfied all the members. Correct. So whoever having the no with came with the knowledge and came without the knowledge. Hope I satisfied everyone to be with the subject, right? So thanks everyone for your efforts also coming to the on time and joining the sessions. So anything is pending, please try to be complete and let me know. Next, let us continue with the components. Yesterday we were discussing about the components. Components are the two types, functional component and class components. Before 16.8 version, functional components are stateless. After 16.8 version, they are introduced the state concept. So how to use the state concept? By using the use state. So let us take the class component. So class component lifecycle hooks, these are the things. It will take the three things. What are those? Mounting the component, updating the component, and then unmounting the component. What is mean by life cycle? The life of a component is going to be loaded inside of the browser. For example, you open the registration page, a page will be loaded, and then you are go away from the registration page. From that, loading, active, and going off. All this. Enter to the leave, entering and leaving into the browser. So the life cycle will be happening. So class is going to be mount. Okay. So few events are going to be called here. What are those? Constructor. By default, class will have the constructor. Next, get a derived state from the properties. Whenever you are having the parent and the child properties, get derived state from the properties. So if you want to compare, sir, I was perfect in Angular. If you want to compare, constructor is the same constructor. So get a state from the properties is nothing but ng on changes. I'm just comparing in your Angular. Next, should component update is nothing but whenever parent sending some values to child, you want to refresh. Can I update or not? Here you are going to take a decision. Next, there is a concept called pure component and impure component. So what is mean pure and what is mean by impure means? So once you created a component with pure React.pure component, React.component, React.pure component. React.component, if you want to implement, you need to take a decision whenever a parent is going to send a data to you. You want to update or not. But pure component, if you take, you no need to worry about this should component update. Automatically, pure component will take a decision whenever the parent values has been changed and sending to the child component. Okay, so extra lifecycle hook was removed. So the answer for the pure and impure component, pure component by default, it will implement the should component update. We no need to worry about to take a decision of can I update the component or not. Impure component will not take a decision. So you need to be manually update. So I mean to you need to be write a code to be take a decision to update. Sir, which case I need to be take? So the case was whenever the parent is changed and it has to be sent in some information to the child without any condition, you must go with the should component, I mean pure component. You can go with the pure component. You don't have any conditions, you don't want nothing else. But sometimes you need to take a decision. Parent component keep on sending some information to the child component. At a certain level, you need to take a decision. Can I update my child component or not? So when your task is specifically dealing about a component is updating or not, you should use this one. So always you want to update, go with the pure component. Okay. So React.pure component. Okay. Next render is the method. So which is used to render your HTML data. So interviews will be confused to ask what is mean by re-render. So now we are getting a confusion what is mean by re-rendering. So re-render means the name itself saying rendering again. Re-render means the name saying rendering again. So whenever the parent and the child values are going to be changed, what will happen? Child will be re-render again. So that is process called re-render. That's it. We don't need to worry. Simple. Sometimes they may confuse or people will be confused to answer. So I seen the render. I have not seen the re-render function. No need to worry. Re-render means rendering again. When it will be render? When you are going to send some properties from parent to child. That's it. Next, get a snapshot before update. So you want to going to update into your virtual DOM or you want to take a snapshot is nothing but you want to keep this data in a data copy in another variable or not. If you want to copy the data before going to be updated, yes, you can able to copy. You can able to take a snapshot is nothing but copying the data, or else not only the copy. Before going to update, you want to transform the data. You want to change the date formats. You want to do something else, you can able to go ahead with this. Next, component did mount. So whenever your component is mounting on the UI, this will be called. So rendering is completed, then it will be called. Component will mount. Whenever you are go away from your component, you are leaving from the component. So in this phase, three things, mounting, updating, unmount. Okay. So these are the 8 life cycle hooks, life cycle events for the specific to the a class component. Okay. So hope everybody know routing is by default React.js support the router. We need to install separate router library. So for this one, we are having the each and every clear step. Step 1, import React router. Step 2. So go to the specific component JS file. So you need to import this one and you need to provide a link. So these links will be open inside of the your UI. Okay. So next you need to mention the for that link which path I need to be invoke. Yes, sir. Now which path I need to bring. For example, when I click on a home will be load on the top. For example, domain/home. Once it is loaded, which path you want to be do? So this is the next. You want to add empty path / by default on the domain itself. Once user is open your URL, what it will see? We need to be show login page without any extension. Simply go with default route. Next, wildcard route. So unexpected URLs. So you should have to simply navigate to either login page or else some not found. So this is about the routing. Okay. So here we are having the few HTML discussions. So let us go with next one is the a functional. Next one is the so based on the routing you are going to be load the data, but sometimes conditional based. If I click on a login page, I should have to show the login. If I click on registration, I should have to show the registration page. So there is a two ways. Or else if I click on the edit button, I want to show the data in the form of a pop-up. So this is called conditional based rendering. So in Angular and React, there is a two ways to handle a navigation. So either if you want to navigate to the different page or you want to show a component in a pop-up. Yes or no? So if you want to show a pop-up, that pop-up contain a component. So in that case, you can able to use conditional based rendering. Even condition is true, your component will be displayed. So here you can able to call a component by decorating with a div. The div add it as a position fixed top and left. Then you can able to say a simple pop-up. Okay. So when to use the conditional based rounding? So you can able to answer in the interview when they asking about a routing or the navigations. Navigation, either you want to open a component in a pop-up or else navigate into the separate component. When you navigate into the separate component, routing we need to use. So a component on the top of a one component, if you want to open a pop-up and showing another component, you want to use conditional based running. Okay, clear? Next, how to implement the validations. We have seen all the different ways. So spread operator is nothing but which is used to copy your object to another. Triple dot is used for the spread operator, ternary operator. So all these are our array methods. Hope you are clear, right? So you want to add the data, push, unshift, splice. So next, one more splice variation for if you want to update or delete the data. So if you want to delete, pop or shift. Next important functions are the map for each filter, find index. So map will loop through all the records, it will return the data. So in your class component or functional component, if you want to return the data, we need to use the map. Why maps are, why not for each? For each simply loop through the elements, it will not return anything. So map only will return. Next, filter. If you want to perform some filtering operation based on a condition, so filter will return all the matched records, in the form of array. So find will return first matched record in the form of object, not array. Okay, first matched record, here all the records. Find index, first matched record index. Okay, so what else we're having? Every, sum, reducer. So few other things are there, we already discussed. Next, so all these functions are explained. Next, in our functional component, how to maintain the state. In a class component, how to maintain the state? In a class component, by default, this dot state is used to create a state. If you want to set a state is there. So in the 16.8 version of the your React functional component, they given the provision to you can able to set the state. How to create? Constant name comma set name is equal to use state. The behind concept is use state. Okay, by using the use state, we can able to set our state. Next, so use context. When we are using the use context, so by using the before the use context, how we are going to pass a data from one component to another component?
Props.
For example, this is my parent component, this is my child component. If you want to pass a data from parent to child component, we need to use
Props.
props. But so instead of the like this situation, I want to pass the data between the sibling components. What I need to be used? So here will be the question. If I want to pass the data from sibling components, how to do? So sibling component, I can't able to use the props. So in this case, what we do now? So we need to expose the data from child to the parent by using the event calling, and then this exposed data you need to be passed. So three members are there, one parent and two childs. First child has to give some information to the parent. Parent will take that information and send to the. So it is a very long process. For example, you are having a nested child. Child A contain the child B contain the child C. So C has to inform to the B has to inform to the A. So like this. Anytime the chain has been broken, you will lost the data. So that's why we're having the concept of use context. So use context means there will be a separate context file we are going to be create and we are going to use this syntax. So the provider will be who wants to provide, this will be the information which will be provide to the specific component. Next. So what? State. Next one is the use effect. What is the purpose of use effect? If you want to perform any onload calls, any onload events, once your component is going to be load, so you want to perform API, or else you want to perform, if you want to show some pop-up, or else if you want to show some logical whatever it is, you want to perform some logic, all the things use effect. Next one is use memo. When to use the use memo? Be strong on this one. So in the internet also you may not get this exact real-time cases. Two
To
cases we have
memorize the
seen.
values.
So to memorize the values, so exact case is the autocomplete. Next one is the sorting or else filtering. All these purposes we are going to be use the use memo. Okay, so like this we are having the few. So people will be asked, next question is what is the difference between written and render? The question itself wrong. So but people will be asked, there is no difference between the render and written. Why you are comparing? So how you are going to be compare Bill Gates with a normal software developer? The purpose is both are same. His purpose is to be do a business. His purpose is develop a code. Both have the unique features. So sometimes people will be compare their expectation is in the class component we need to be use the render function to return the data. In a functional component there is a no render function. We need to use returnable function. Okay, but those comparison even though correct or not, so we need to be pointed those things and answer. That's it. Next in a JavaScript storages, how many ways? Local storage, session storage, cookies. Local storage when to use, session storage when to use, cookies. Cookies means once user is logged into the system, we want to remember for some time. You need to add a cookies. Or else lifelong, you can able to go with the local storage. Cookies also you can able to go with the local lifelong. But local storage only lifelong. Here lifelong plus any specific time period. You can able to set a lifelong time or specific time. Next to session storage. Up to the browser is opened. Okay. Next forward repo. So the reference of element, for example, I'm having the parent and the child reference, child element, or else within the parent elements also, I mean, for the parent and the child element, you want to pass some reference and focus the child elements, or else you want to perform a certain logic on a top of your child elements to be controlled from a parent. This case will be used exact in the libraries. If you want to develop a, for example, this is my grid library. Okay, this is my another component. So in this component, I want to use this grid component. So from the parent, I will pass some references to the child component. So I want to show so and so, I want to perform so and so actions. So nothing but from one component, you can able to control the inputs of second elements. You can able to control the second component. Those should be have the parent and the child relation. Parental and child relation. Next. So within the component, and I need to get the element value. In general, if you want to get element value, document.get element by ID. Or else if you use the jQuery $symbol. So one more variation in the JavaScript is the query selector. Okay. So other than this one, you can able to use the use ref. Once you use the use ref is specifically to the functional component. So remember this point, wherever you are having the USC, all these are specific to the functional components. If people are confusing, also no need to worry. All these are the specific to the functional component. Okay. Next. So what is the purpose of use callback? So few functional hooks I have given a students to be try to implement and give a demo into the session. Few members are implemented. But yes, now asking the question, what is the purpose of use callback? So if you want to perform any callbacks in your system based on a conditional callbacks, whatever it is, you can able to go with a use callback. General callback is different from the use callback. Use callback is the React specific one. Okay. Next, use layout specific one. But if you have any dependency on the layouts like this, we are having a few additional hooks are there, 2, 3 or more. Okay, practice it. So same thing, each hook having a specific purpose when to use, that's it. Each hook will take the anonymous function. So how to implement authentication means you need to be validate the user credential. Authorization means you need to provide a basic accessing of the system. Next, this is the add event listener in the JavaScript specific one. Okay, just now we discussed autocomplete by using the use memo. Na? So next, use reducer. So what is this use reducer? Use reducer is same as your use state in ReactJS. Yes. So use reducer is the additional lifecycle hook which is implemented same concept of the Redux. Okay. So in the Redux, if you see, observe the Redux, what it will be there. Let us go the Redux and then came back to the use reducer. So what are the steps we need to be remember for the Redux? So Redux, what is the purpose of a Redux? Before 16.8 version, we don't have these functional hooks, and whenever these ReactJS has been developed, at the time we don't have all the hooks and lifecycle events. Okay, so at that time we are depending on this state management. So Redux is not a ReactJS state management. Redux is the separate library, third-party library, which is having the MIT licenses. There you can able to maintain the state management. Redux says you are going to be create a separate JS file, which is the global JS file. Once you are maintaining the data in the global file, you can able to access until your application is going to be refresh or log out. Until you log out, you can able to access all the data inside of global file. The concept is behind the Redux is that. So, but they have taken the certain steps. So we need to be install this Redux. Next, we need to be create a JS and we need to be import Redux from the Redux. Okay. This import is the statement of JavaScript, which is from the ECMAScript 6th version import statement. What is the new feature in the ECMAScript? The number of the letter, constant. Okay, they improved the class structure. They are having the import statement. Number of things are there. So Redux is basically a 3 steps are there. First, you need to initialize the data, create a reducer function. Next, create a store. That's it. So when you want to consume these Redux, how you are going to be consumed? This is the way you need to be consumed. You need to subscribe that created store. If you want to update the data, this is the process. 3 steps are you need to initialize the data, create a reducer, create a store. Next, you need to update the data, consume the data. Okay. So based on the same concept we are implementing, there is a different variations of the Redux also. So if you take this state management, particularly data to be stored now. So use reduce, if you compare the use reducer is all these 3 values are in a single line. Yes or no? Use reducer is simply you can able to say sugar coated syntax of the Redux, or else you can able to say. So for the reducer, you don't need to install the Redux. Now, if you after 16.8 version, if you install ReactJS, by default it contains the use reducer. So use reducer means all these scripts are merged into a single statement. Yes or no? What is the syntax? Constant state comma dispatch is equal to use reducer. First parameter is reducer function. Second parameter is initialize. This is the first parameter of use reducer. Initially in a second parameter. So the left hand side constant is nothing but you are going to be create a store. Yes or no? Same thing. 3 steps are merged to a single step. Next, this is for updating the data. This is for if you want to consume the data. Okay. Next, so to creating this one, earlier we were using the create store for the latest React. It was depreciated, but still if you want to use JS, you can able to use. So for this one, we need to depend on ReactJS toolkit. So instead of the create store, we need to use the configure store. Okay. So these are the lifecycle hooks, lifecycle events. So anybody having any questions, any topic is confusion or difficulty, let me know. So I can able to create a small video. I will share it on that one. Okay, still anybody having any questions or doubts?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Like how to implement pipes concepts in Angular and then Angular, sir.
You want
React.
how to implement a pipes concept in Angular? No. So Angular is a separate library which is having a unique concept. So don't be compare this one. So here you don't have the HTML separate HTML. So everything will be go inside of the JSX. Let me give the difference between the JS and JSX. So in the JS means in general you are going to be write a JavaScript only. You can't able to write HTML. Correct? But in the
Yes, sir.
JSX is not a file extension. It is the concept. There you can able to write your HTML code. So how you are going to be write your HTML code within the same JS file? Simply render function. So wherever you are going to be write or binding the data by using the map function inside of that, and directly you can able to transform. Dot to uppercase, dot to lowercase, you can able to directly consume. Okay, so you are in the same JS file, you no need to depend on the third party. But in case of Angular, that is a separate HTML file. There you need to be depend on the different concept. Okay. So if you say new date in HTML, it will be the error. But if you say new date and the date format, if you give in a JS file, it is error. No. So there is no separate pipes concept. If you found any separate pipes concept, that is a simple JavaScript only. Okay. Any others? Hope everybody clear with his question, right? He just compared one Angular and here. So here it is a plain JavaScript. No need to worry about the Angular and say separate. Anybody having any other questions? So as a developer, you are going to once your completion is development is completed, you need to do a check-in either TFS or VSS or Git. Nowadays, all companies are using the Git. So surely, I'm going to create one more video series. So on a Git, you can able to follow as a part of the developer how you need to be go and check into the code. Once you check into the code, automatically DevOps are there. As a developer, you are not going to build and give the code. So earlier it is the separate RDS team will be there. They people will be do. Okay. Next, so once a deployment as a part of the developer, so they will give the credentials of Azure. Once if you want to do that deployment, simply there will be a button deploy the code. You can able to deploy it to which server, QA, model, whatever it is.
Sir, I have one doubt related to Git, sir.
Yeah.
Cherry picking means, sir.
Cherry picking means, for example, one branch is completed or else one development is going on. So you want to start a new development from that code only. Okay. So that is called you are going to be create a new branch from that code or else from that date, correct? So I'm giving the two functionalities. One functionality has been implemented. So next, this functionality is going to be delivered. On the top of that one, I want to create one more functionality, but I don't want to give to the client at that moment. So we are going to be create a new branch from that one separate branch. A separate branch is called a cherry pick. Okay, cherry is the simple. That is the simple language they given. Okay, but the future branch is different. Don't be compare anybody here. Future branch is different. Future branch is you are going to create a certain future that is called future branch, but your team lead or manager will be create a different branch. In that prospect, it is called a cherry pick. On the top of cherry pick, you can able to have the multiple feature branch to develop multiple features. So feature can able to create as per the future or as per the Jira, as per it.
Okay,
So how feature branches, Jira wise branches, cherry pick, master branch, development branch, QA. So number of things are there. QA means no branch is there. We can sometimes they people will be created as per that intention I said. So anybody having any questions on this ReactJS? Recently anybody faced any interviews? So most of our members are faced. I know they already shared the interview questions. Whatever we have discussed yesterday and today, most questions are from them on from there only. Am I correct?
So what is the higher order function?
Higher order function. People are giving the technical thing that I mean, just a name that is nothing but else. Higher order means the function which is the responsible for the first input. Okay. So all the remaining functions are can be the child functions. So these are the responsible to pass the data. So this is not any technical thing, but people just compare it. They're having the different definitions.
Sir, prop drilling, sir, prop drilling.
Property already shown. It's not a property. Event drilling and event bubbling already shown. So for example, you are having the two components. Okay. So Shilada, can you add the definition for that one?
Yeah.
Earlier you have the same question, right?
Yes.
Sir,
yes.
I know event bubbling, sir. I know event bubbling, but I don't know property drilling.
Property drilling is nothing but you are passing the property from one component to another component. That's it.
Okay.
Parent to child is calling the drilling. Drilling is nothing but drill is going inside. Event drilling and event bubbling. Event drilling is nothing but going the event from the higher order to lower order.
Okay, sir.
Higher order event to the lower order event, lower order to higher order. Which is the higher order? The element which is on the top is called your higher, the first element.
Correct.
On the top of that element, you are going to be create a child elements, right? These are the lower elements. Next, if you want to stop that higher and lower, you need to use event bubbling.
Event dot prevent default.
Yes. Event dot prevent default. No, event dot prevent default will be handle predefined functionality. Okay. So how to stop this?
Event dot stop propagation.
Correct. Event dot stop propagation. So property drilling is nothing but passing the properties from the parent to child. That is perfect. People are saying other definitions also leave it. Drilling is nothing but going the flow. So instead of a higher order function, lower order function, a function is calling another function, passing all these properties.
So what is Redux Saga?
That is a separate library which is having a few other functionalities. So that you no need to worry. So number of already I told na. So as your application, there can be chance to use the third-party libraries, but we don't need to worry about that. Simply have a look on that one. What is the purpose of this library? Why I need to use? What is the purpose of Redux? Now people are clear. So before session, I told to the students use the reducer same as, but people are textured. Sir, I was still confused on the Redux. So I explain same. Have a steps. Why I need to use which situation? That's it. Just analyze it, and you having some use cases.
Sir, are there any syntaxes or anything to be used in Redux?
Yes, these third-party libraries, situations are there. Number of tasks and number of situations will be there. As per the situations, we are going to be used different variations. But most these are the syntaxes. Max 90%. Anybody working already? People are told, right? Sai Ganesh and few other whoever is working on the React. But if you have certain requirement, team leader, a team manager will be, or architect will be suggest some concepts. Okay, or else as a team member also you can able to suggest a concept. For example, team lead can able to suggest use the userif to get collect all the data. As a team member, which concept you can able to suggest in a single step to get all the data? Anyone? I want to get all the farm data in single step. What is the concept? Farm serializer. As a team member, we know, but he does not know. He always said user. Once we show the code, then he also realized, okay, there is a one concept. So this farm serialize is the JavaScript concept, which is a separate third-party library. We need to install. Hope you everybody remember.
Yes.
Next, try for the practice of Ajax, EXIYS. Okay.
And what is event delegation? Event delegation.
So event delegation is nothing but simply we're calling an anonymous function, right? So what is mean by delegation? Delegate. Delegate is nothing but a
passing authority.
Yes, for example, delegates are sitting in front of us. So instead of that, I mean, TCS is the company. Or else so-and-so company, a person will be represented person is the delegate. So if you take the server technology, we're having a separate concept of delegates. If anybody remember the C language in the first year of BTech, the delegates are too confusing. Correct or not? Anybody remember? So bachelor's means it was too long, maybe. So here is there is no JavaScript itself dynamically typed. Only JavaScript means it contains the functions, it contains the data types, it is contains the getting the data, setting the data. Only 4 to 5 counts. Around this 4 to 5 concept, the world of JavaScript will be more.
For the delegates, like for the delegates, can we say like the elements which are created from the Ajax response? Okay, when we try to add some more clicky events or any kind of an event, then what
Yes,
we
yes, yes.
are going to
So
do?
specifically, if you're talking about the delegate means, yes,
Dollar
people.
body dot yes, body on click while on click on the body, then we are delegating the on click event to the specific class element or an ID element, right? Is it the right example to say the event delegation?
No, 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 no. Event delegation is nothing but every day we are using the callbacks, right? The calling a function from another function. So delegate is nothing but in general, technically saying about that one. Can I able to pass a one function to a function as a parameter to another function in general other than JavaScript? Not possible. We need to use the concept of a delegate. But a JavaScript is dynamically typed. You can able to pass a function as a parameter to another function. Yes, no.
Yes.
So we are passing the anonymous function. So
Yes, sir.
directly by default, JavaScript functions are with you delegation. So people, if you see in the Google or somewhere else, they will be confused. Delegate is nothing but so and so actions, your events, or you are going to nothing. JavaScript is itself which is having the function. Function is calling as a function will be fired on a certain event. So on click also you are going to be pass a anonymous function, right? You need to be, that is called on click. We need to be delegate a function. That is the way you need to be expressed. Tomorrow in the interview also you can able to say like this one. On click we need to delegate a function. Then the interview, what is mean by delegate? We're calling a function from another on the click action.
So
Yeah,
what is the purpose of context API? It's not clear for me.
there is no concept of context API. That's what I'm saying. Where we have the context API?
I don't
No,
know.
not wrong.
I have seen somewhere. I mean,
No. Context API is not the context service. Those are the simple words. They are in general words. Context.
that
But use context
that
is
is
the
what is
technical
my
word.
doubt.
Context.service.js file is the API call API service. So for that one, we can able to call context service, API service, utility service. So context API in the context means, for example, if I ask, for example, Srilata, please be unmute yourself, answer a question. So if I call 2 to 3 times, what can I say next? Please be in a context. Correct or not?
Yes.
So please be in a context is nothing but on that moment you are going to deal something else. So in that particular moment you are going to be dealing with HTTP calls. This HTTP calls you need to be consume the APIs. Those are the specific to that context or context APIs. That's it. There is no separate functionality and there is no separate pattern. These are the just expression ways. That is the simple. People will be confused to ask the questions. They may ask like that. So once if anything is having the coding and it has to be proved, then only it will be the technical word, other than remaining as simply a functionalities. Return is the technical word. How to return the data means by in the return statement. That is the concept.
Just like dispatch is also same.
So the dispatch we are going to be use
The use reducer.
Reuse reducer as well as in the Redux also.
Redux.
Okay. So do one thing. Whoever is facing the interviews, try to create a list of all the questions and share to me. Already members are sharing to the questions to me. So I will send to you individually. No need to worry. If anybody miss, text me. I will give it to you. Okay. So still nowadays members are attending na. So please create questions. Once you completed interview, right? Please create a questions. Share to me. I will share across the teams. So if nobody not share means I also can't able to share. But most members are saying, sir, these are the questions those people are asking. So we answered well. Okay. So thanks everyone for being patient about the learning. Okay, almost we are having the good journey over this ReactJS. So try to complete that project also. Members are promised, sir, we will complete. Please explain. I have given the explanation. So have a look on that one. Complete it. So if you are interested in one more or two more projects also, text me. I will give to you. Okay. So once you start a project, simply go to the Google and don't download any project. Have some images. That's it. Have a markups. Or else see the some. You have the number of web applications right nowadays, right? Simply open so and so EMR, ERP, healthcare, 1MG, something number of pharmacy applications are there. Open it. So try to create your markup. So each time you need to write a steps to complete the implementation. Without a step, don't be go directly in the MNC companies also, whatever it is. People will be get a success once they put in a paper and executing. Other than this, nothing will become. Each step, what I need to be, write it. For that specific functionality, write a code. Okay. Yeah, thanks everyone. So any last point somebody say?
Thanks for your service. Like
Yeah, I will share
WF.
already. I will share.
Yeah, okay then. Okay.
Sir, please share this document and interview questions, sir.
Same question he asked, na? I said, na? If you ask same. Thanks everyone. So still anybody wants to add?
So
So
further,
I will inform you.
yes, one more thing.
WhatsApp.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay then.
So anytime I'm going to start the new batches, anything else, I will share you. So join in my Telegram channel. I will keep a posting on this one VKC training. I will text you that channel. Be in touch from that channel. Okay, you can able to watch our things. We're going to be start. So coming soon, maybe not a next batch. DevOps also going to be start after 1 or 2 to 3 months later. So after React, I will take React or Angular. I will take a DevOps. Next Python also planning to be start. Okay, different. So as of now, keep Angular React are completely keep on going because of that industry having that too much of need. Students are keep on asking that one. Okay, let me also move to some different. Okay. So anytime, anybody of your friends, cousins, whatever else, keep on here. Not only this, today we are not going to complete our relation. So this relation will be the lifelong. Okay. So we are going to be already a few startups are we're planning, already discussed to the teams. Those are in the process, maybe by this year end. So you may get something news from my side also. Not only one, maybe 2 to 3 friends are going to be start. Maybe 1 or 2 startups will be there. Okay, maybe I can able to inform if you want to contribute there also. Okay, so that's it for team. So if I have any freelancing works, if I have any React.js relevant things, first I will contact our students only. Okay, so we'll I have created a common group for the channels. In the channel, number of members will be there, all the previous students. So I will text you that one. So join there. Okay. Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you, sir.
So this batch I also very happy to say. So everyone be responsible and everybody doing that one the way of they're asking the questions, and we're having the more experience and expert peoples are there in this. So sending their questions or doubts. Okay. So in the interview point of view or the concept point of view, people may confuse sometime. Don't be confused. Whatever you know, be strict on that one. Yeah. Thanks, Aaron. If you know anything about interviews, also please share to me. I will send in the channel so that our students will be attend. Our friends will be there. I will share in the group also. Hope more members are saying, right, sir, no, we're having the openings in the courses, so on, so small or big company, whatever it is. Share to me. I will share to the students. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good.
Thank you, sir.